you wake up one morning, right? You come out of your bedroom and you make yourself coffee. You're sitting down. You're kind of groggy. You flip open, Facebook or Instagram, and you see one of your equals in music or in sales or whatever your field is, has just gotten a promotion or is recording for some big artist, and now they're highly sought after, or they become a CEO and they bought a house on the beach in the Hamptons. And you're like, shit, man, like we were equals at one point. Like, what's going on here? Grooming has a lot of different meanings here. So what I'm doing today is I'm starting a new series called Money Magnet, Pick a Card. It's based on the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that you kind of magnetize yourself to things. And I've been around it for a while, and everybody, you've probably researched it and seen it yourself at some point. If not, you should. But everybody from Conor McGregor to Oprah to like Denzel Washington, Big Sean. The list goes on and on. Talk about manifesting through their subconscious mind and the law of attraction. One of the first educators on this whole thing was Esther Hicks. She was one of the big personalities that was around early on before it was so popular after the book The Secret came out. But Esther Hicks wrote a book called Ask and It Is Given. And I saw Big Sean one time when he was showing off his massive crib on some show, pulled out that book, and he had it sitting out because he said that book changed his life. So also the other day, I saw Josh Homme from the incredibly successful rock band Queens of the Stone Age just brought her up on the Joe Rogan podcast, talking about her and the book and everything. And so she also created a deck of cards, and it's called Money and the Law of Attraction. So the deck of cards is kind of like, it's a deck of cards, kind of like tarot cards, but it's not. It's just like inspirational ideas on how you can magnetize the things you want in life, in this case, money. So this series, I'm going to be pulling out one card every time we do this. I'll read it, read the back, and then I have been around this for a little while, so I'll tell you my opinion on it and what it means to me and all that stuff, and then we could open up a conversation, help each other out. All right, so this card is called, I Will Praise Success Wherever I See It. When you find yourself critical of the way anyone has attracted or is using money, you're pushing money away from you. What she means by that is anytime you're jealous or you don't want to see someone's success because it makes you angry because you're not there yet or whatever, you're actually kind of confirming to the universe that you don't have it, and you just get more of that. But when you realize that what others do with money has nothing to do with you, and your primary work is to think and speak and do what feels good to you, then you will be in alignment not only about the subject of money, but about every important subject in your physical experience. So when she brings up physical experience, she's very big on the spiritual realm of energy. So she thinks there's an experience that lives inside all of us, which there is, our mind, our ego, our soul. There's the energetic, and then there's the physical. She believes that our body is just like a bag that carries around this kind of spiritual realm, and emotions and our soul and energy. Like Einstein says, Einstein said, his quote was, "I don't know what this energy is. All I know is that it exists." It's been said through countless different successful people how they willed it or experienced thinking themselves or speaking it into existence, their success. What I think is this is saying is if you kind of are jealous of someone or you're pissed off about their success, I've been guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. But what happens is you're pushing it away because you're confirming to the universe that you don't have it. And so you'll keep confirming to the universe over and over, I hate this. So-and-so is successful. Why am I not where I want to be? Why am I still broke? Why is he rich? Why is she rich? I can't stand this. I hate my life. Nothing good ever happens for me. It all stemmed from you being jealous of that one person's success. Instead, you could sit there and be like, wow, there's plenty to go around. He did it or she did it. I can do it too. I'm just as smart. I have the same brain. We have the same build. We're in the same realm of the universe. If anybody can do it, you can do it. So if you think of things that way, you go back to work on whatever you're working on, whether it's music or film or construction or sales, whatever you do and that you want to be successful at. You go and do your work. You have to do the work. It's not like it's going to just think about it. That was the thing with The Secret. Everyone thought, I can sit there and visualize and it's going to come and fall. A Ferrari is going to fall on my lap, or my beach house. My uber successful business is just going to happen without working. No, the work has to be done. I mean, you got to still add value to the world. You still have to do something in return for whatever you're going to get. But when you approach it from more of a stance of like, I'm doing the work because this is going to help a lot of people and success will find me as a byproduct of what I'm doing. Or I love this work that I'm doing it every day. I'm getting better every day. And then you see someone successful at it. You're like, see, if they can do it, I can do it too. So when you think like that, here's an example. You wake up in the morning, you come out, you have your coffee, you're a little groggy, you turn on your computer or your phone, the first thing you see is Facebook, and so is recording some big song for somebody, and they were like your equal at one point. Now they're taken off and they're like in demand in Hollywood or in sales. They become like a CEO and you're still like struggling. You're like, you get pissed. You're like, this sucks. Why didn't that happen for me? Like, I was there. I did the same shit he did. Why is it not happening for me? And so your wife comes out of the room, or your family member or your kid or anything, and they're like, good morning. And they're all happy. And you're like, yeah, great. Good morning. You just got mad and you got jealous of what they were doing. And what do you think that does to the universe? Or that does to the universe. What do you think that says to the universe? It says, I don't have anything and my life sucks. So that energy just attracts to you more and more and more. So now you go take a shower. You're like, this sucks. Now I got to go to work again. You're like, he's probably flying to Hollywood right now and like all this stuff. And you start to, these little dark things creep in, and this negative energy, like a TV channel. You just went from the happy channel to the dark channel, and it really is energy. Like that's what Esther Hicks all teaches, and Oprah and everybody, that you have to raise yourself to the energy, and then whatever you want will meet you there. So when you're bringing that dark energy, now you get out of the shower, you get dressed, you probably stub your toe, you're like, shit. And your kid says something, you yell at him or her. Then you get in your car, you're like, now I don't have gas. Like, of course, this day is going like this. You go and get gas, you get to your job, you don't feel like taking a call because like, why aren't you on your way to Hollywood or whatever? And now your boss comes in and he doesn't like your attitude. You kind of get into an argument with him, and now your job's in jeopardy. And then you're like, see, this always happens to me. Why is he becoming successful and I'm not? All this stuff. And you're like, this sucks. Nothing ever happens. And you're just like pounding this negative energy just because you woke up and you saw somebody did well and you were jealous of it and pissed off. Instead, a different morning and a different idea could have been, you wake up, you have your coffee, you try to like stretch out a bit and get yourself going, throw some water on your face and try to start off positive. You get your coffee, you flip open your phone or your computer, and you see on Facebook that your friend got some success and he's flying to Hollywood, bought a house in the Hamptons because he got a promotion. He's a CEO now. And you're like, damn, I am truly happy for him or her. And like, I can do that too. Like I'm as smart as anybody else, and we were equals at one point. He just thinks he got there first, or he did things a little bit more differently. I'm gonna figure out how he did them. Maybe I'll even send him an email, and truly be happy for him, right? So now your kid or your wife comes out of the room, they're like, good morning. You're like, good morning. You're on a different path now. Now you get into the shower and you're like, I'm gonna go to work today. I'm gonna do the work I have to do and do it well and have a good day. And when I come home, I'm gonna send that email to him and I'm gonna work on my shit and I'm gonna get it down. If he can be there, I can be there, Now you're at work, your boss is like, says something to you or whatever, and you're fine with it. Like, you do your work you're supposed to do and everything goes fine. You go home, you write the email, and you're one step closer to where you want to be. So what she's saying there is basically like, you're doing that. And she said, not just money and anything you want in life. Like, you can't be jealous or envious because that creates negative feelings, not positive feelings. It creates negative feelings, and negative feelings lead to more negative feelings. We are a magnet. That's why it's called the law of attraction, not the law of beating somebody overhead and taking what you want, because you won't get it. The more you get angry, the more you attract angry things. You have to just stay positive and stay in that zone. Now, it's not like it's a simple idea, but it's not easy because we've been doing negative thoughts in our heads since we were little. And actually, when we were little, we were more positive. As we got older, things happened to us. We got more and more negative. We didn't get the things we wanted. God's got a plan. The universe has a plan. When negative things happen, there's always a reason. You got to start changing and refocusing your ideas from negative to positive, because whatever you think about, you bring about. Like, that's the saying that they always say, but it's true. You got to keep going and never give up. And I'm not saying I'm there yet. I'm still a work in progress. I've just been studying it. So I'm just giving you knowledge that I know, and I have to keep learning it, because we can fall so easily back into just being negative all the time. But when you're positive, when you praise other people's success, and and you're happy for them, truly happy for them, you're bringing that to you. And that's what we all want. We want to be happy. We want to be successful. We want to be known in our time for what we do. So I'm Harley DiNardo. We are going to keep doing this. Magnetize yourself, keep going, stay positive. Please subscribe so you can and ring the bell so that you can get notified every time we do a new card, which is going to be very consistently. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Later.